Cock-a-doodle-doo. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Hang out there for a second. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Good morning to you. Good morning to me. Good morning to the deep blue sea. Foggy again. I gotta put my garbage in a different spot. It's very foggy again. There you go. There's the northeast tree where that plasma was. Where's Jasper? Good morning, Jasper. Say good morning. Why are you being weird? Oh, well, nobody likes that. Jasper. You were like mewy mew, and then you're not. Okay. So the tea this morning is what? Okay. So what I got running through my mind this morning is that all of the Greek myths, this one's new. All of the Greek myths are actually just the stories of the Watchers. That's all that is, apparently, according to what my brain is telling me. I guess that's my new thought. And so what I got the skills that the Watchers taught are gateways and thresholds that become entry points into human vessels. And then in a separate, I wrote it all like kind of separate and weird. Right here, see that? After the Trojan Wars. I don't know why I separated that off, but I did. So then I looked up, what did they teach? And it's easier for me to read it this way. So I'm going to do my alignment in just a second. But it's easier for me to read it this way. So okay, here's what I got. So Azazel, it's actually spelled Asael, which is an interesting spelling because when you look at different words that end in Sael or Ael, it's a lot of really interesting words that end in that. And Azazel taught for men to forge iron, make swords, knives, shields, breastplates, and war. So he made men into war makers and women into prizes, adornment, cosmetics, jewelry, precious stones, dyes. Let's see, eye paint, antimony, which I keep seeing over and over again, to use rouge. So this is what the head angel of the Watchers wants people to be like. They want men to be war makers, Azazel. Azael. It's spelled Asael. So, and being like this, I guess, is like a threshold, right? So war makers and adornments. I figured out Victoria's Secret. Should I tell you? I did. I figured it out. I don't know if I'm ready to tell people though. I need to like organize it and put it together. I got to figure out how to make some of the stuff I'm figuring out into an actual video. I don't like being on camera, not because I'm weird looking or anything like that. Hello. Sorry, I don't really look at the chat. It's just because I don't know. Why look at my face when, look at this amazing, beautiful world out here. You know? I don't know. To me, it just makes more sense. You see faces all the time. But how often do you get to see this? My side yard in the morning. You get to see it live right now. And I think that's better. So you could look at my face, blah, 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 all this stuff. But why? This is in Michigan. This is my side yard. Michigan, you're facing northeast. So you'll have to bear with me while I figure this out if you are interested. Oh, Dubai. Wow. Hello. It's morning here. It's not morning there either. It's not morning there though, is it? No, this is Michigan. We've got so much water here. Dubai. Dubai, we are opposites. Dubai, we have like, what is it? 3/4 of the world's fresh water. Or I'm like, I'm not far. Actually, so no, these are, I gotta do my alignment before the sun comes up, but these are just, I threw birdseed and these sunflowers grew. They're almost, see them? It's just from throwing birdseed. And then these are just wetlands. Those are just cattails. Yeah. But no, it's not my garden. It's the Most High's garden. It's the Most High's garden. All right. So I was going on about this bananas, but I wanted to explain to people why I don't put myself on the camera. I put this beautiful place here outside of us that we should all be looking at all the time. Okay. So anyways, so what I guess I was getting at is, anybody see that black hole sun video where you got the melty faces, you know? And I think that, like, I hate to be like this. I really don't want to be this person. But I gotta say it. I think that, you know, all like the influencers and stuff like that, you know, how the world has turned into, like, there we go, war, how the world has turned into warring, and we're all into how we look and all of that kind of stuff. I think those are entry points for other beings. They're thresholds for beings that we can't see. We can only see 1%. I have a medical degree, okay? We only use 1% of our eye. There's 99% of the world out here that we can't see. We just can't see it. So just think about that, okay? So the way that we behave allows access into us. And I can explain that more too. But like I said, I did figure out what Victoria's Secret is. I know what it is. It's twisted too. It's interesting and salacious. But I got to figure out how to actually put a video together and make it organized so that people understand it, because it does matter. This stuff does matter. All right, I'm going to do my alignment, so anybody who doesn't want to hear me speak repetitively words and make a choice, your time to go is now. or your time to stay is now. Okay. I choose. Oh, wait. I forgot. Okay. I allow my heart to open. I allow my heart to forgive. I allow my heart to heal. I allow my heart to be set free. I allow my heart to fill with light. I allow my heart to be sacred. I allow my heart to be filled with sacred light. I seek the Christ light and I receive the Christ light. I seek the Christ light and I receive the Christ light. I seek the Christ light and I receive the Christ light. And the fullness within becomes the fullness without. I choose to be the light that cannot be defined and therefore cannot be extinguished. I choose the light to be the light that cannot be defined and therefore cannot be extinguished. I choose to be the light that cannot be defined and therefore cannot be extinguished. I choose in my source-given freedom to consciously embody the source of my first original creation in all that is, was, and will be, for all resides within the sacred heart of the first original creation of all things. I cast an anchor into the heart of creation, and I draw back a line in, through, and around me, and through the center of the earth, and out through the veils of illusion, and back into the heart of creation, connecting the line, creating the 0 point, the point of perfect stillness, where all things are possible. And I lift my head and I say my clarion call. I allow, I align, I remember my original divine blueprint, my original divine breath, without fear, expectation, pride, knowing, understanding, anger, fear. I let fall away. I let illusion, delusion, hallucination, and all that was placed upon this vessel at its first breath that is not original to this vessel, I allow to fall away. And I allow the plugs to fall from my ears, the veil to fall from my eyes, the gag to fall from my mouth, the noose to fall from my neck, the shackles to fall from my ankles, the tethers to fall from my wrists, and I am free. And all ropes that have been cast upon me, pulling me away from my original divine path, aligned in my original divine nature, from original divine creation, I cast myself free, and they drop, and I am free. And I see the gold, silver, purple, white sparkles, tendrils, spirals of creation come out of the heart of creation, come through me, and my cells breathe the breath of life, and spin, and remember, and rejoice. And I push this through me, through the center of the earth, out through the veils of illusion, shaking those suckers as I go by, and back into the heart of creation, anchoring the original design, plan, form of this form in form I allow, I align, I remember, and I give thanks and I receive thanks, and I give thanks and I receive thanks, and I give thanks and I receive thanks, and I have gratitude in all things, all that is, was, and will be, for all resides within the sacred heart of the first original creation of all things. And so it is. Have an amazing day. Choose something today.